Start streaming. Hello guys, it's me. Today we're back and then we're gonna be playing. Well, I can show my support to myself. It's crazy, dude. Hey, but I've decided to start streaming this Minecraft 173. Why? Because I need to take a break from Super Symmetry, which I've been streaming a ton of. I think I'm gonna save Super Symmetry for the weekends, because honestly, I just can't do it during the weekdays. It's just too much extra stress on top of everything else I have to deal with in my day-to-day. So we're gonna just make a new Foreverland, yeah. Foreverland. It's like Finland, but all wrong. Yes. Let's go. Real jokester. Yo! What the? Huh? Dude, this is classic. Le classic. Classical. Oui, baguette. YouTube told me today that I need to be less offensive to guys. To ladies and gentlemen. Okay, I need to be less offensive to the ladies and gentlemen out there who watch my videos. And you know what I say to YouTube? I say, big, gigantic middle finger. Straight at YouTube, bro. They canceled the Super Symmetry video of all time. They said it was too violent and made them upsetty spaghetti. Are you serious? Whoa, the skybox is so much lower. They said, content is too violent. Or no, they said content was shocking and harmful. Shocking and harmful? Do you think I'm shocking and harmful? I'm abrasive, but I'm not. It's like I'm like your dad. I'm like there to give you the support you need, but also at the same time, I'm going to swear at you a lot. Okay, you understand? So I must apologize for everybody because I am too shocking for YouTube. Okay, I'm too shocking for YouTube, guys. Too shocking, bro. Too shocking. You heard it first. Hey guys, it's Susan Wabajak. This guy too shocking. Too shocking. What do they say? Like, something about Italians and breaking pasta? That's shocking? Oh yeah, I get it. But, in the end, those Italians will only be offended for the time they spent watching that. What are they gonna do? Come after me? They're gonna be like, hey, you offended pasta. You offended the Pastatonians who watch your videos. Anyway, thankfully this is a nice calm place where I can stop talking about all the things that make me worried. All the things that stress me out, let's just not talk about it. Let's just be calm and enjoy some 173 together with no music in the background, nothing. Just a nice 173 original experience right here. Look at how much more coal there is. Now, if you guys have anything you all would like to talk about, we've all go ahead. 100% and then some. Go ahead. You can ask me anything. I'm willing to talk about some things. Well, I'm pretty sure nobody's gonna ask me something I can't talk about. For the most part, I'm just gonna be here. If you guys want to actually have conversations, we can do that. But if not, I'm gonna assume that You don't need that. You just need the blocks breaking. Okay. I assume that you need the blocks to break. Okay. Where's my credit card number? Okay, well now somebody has finally asked something that I can't answer the question to. I could give you, you know, I'll just Google up somebody else's credit card number and just give you that instead. What the heck? That's a beautiful sound right there. Ooh, it's almost as good as what I can do. Man, I've just been so tired lately. Anyway, how are you, Zeons? How are you today? How are you doing? Because I think, if you didn't hear it earlier, I've decided I'm gonna start doing this for the weekday streams, because if I do super symmetry, I'm just gonna like not know what I'm doing and be confused the entire time. But we'll see how well that strategy works out, because I might just not even know what's going on, even on the weekends, you know? Who knows how that's going to turn out? Who knows? It's just a matter of figuring out. What made you play 173? It's just peaceful. It's very much like, if I had to play something with mods, right? If I play something with mods, you know how many mods there are? There's so much stuff there. Here it's like, it's kind of like your Zen. Like you don't have to worry too much about complexity. It's all simple. You just want to break from that, because what I do throughout my day is like, you wouldn't think it's complex, but it's the most complicated stuff ever. And it overloads my brain by the end of the day. By the end of the day, each day, my brain is dead. And so that means if I try to play like supersymmetry, I could probably do HBM. It's not, that one's pretty similar in complexity. I mean, yes, there's a lot more complexity to HBM, but it's a lot simpler than supersymmetry. If I go to the supersymmetry, my mind has a nuclear meltdown every single weekday, every business day. Plus, 173 videos will always get a lot more views. Yeah, kind of just want to chill for a bit. Like, honestly, I'm taking a nice little break from supersymmetry. Might as well make it into something that's going to be a lot nicer to play for a break. Is this beta 173, or is this just... What? This... I don't remember 173 worlds looking like this ever. It's kind of weird. I want to make a place. I guess I'm gonna make it over here. Okay, the music is beyond too loud. There we go. Is that better? That's actually probably on par with where it needs to be. Man, you gotta think, this is where it all started too. This is the roots. The foundation. Where it all began. But not where it went wrong. It went wrong, I don't even know. I'm not... Actually, I can't say where it went wrong because that'd be too shocking, guys. It'd be way too shocking. You know, Minecraft went wrong? Oh my gosh. It's shocking. I don't like this place. I'm gonna go to a different one. Honestly, I would like to have a nice little castle base. Because that's what I want to do. But I don't know what I'm gonna build. Be like, I don't know what to build. I don't have an idea yet. Some kind of SCP lab. But we don't have SCP mod. Oh, I was thinking about that. I want to play SCP mod again. Like an SCP mod playthrough. Kitchen sink SCP mod? Let's go. Oh no. Oh no. The sun! It's setting. Darker than super symmetry right here. It's about to be. I feel like the worlds have a lot more of an epic proportion in this. Like, it's so massive. The lag! This is how much light my torch gives off. I feel like the day-night cycle is way faster. Like orders of magnitude faster. Oh dear. Oh dear. You guys don't understand how much worse this is gonna be. Seeing super symmetry at nighttime, you don't got nothing. Here you got everything. It's time to hide in the hole? Yeah, I would say so. For sure. This is my base, guys. This is my base. It's so nice. Gonna go ahead and smelt up some of this. I'm gonna go ahead and make a crafting table too. We'll make a boat. We'll go ahead and swim around the world. See what there is to see and get the terrain I want to have. Because honestly, I don't really know what to do with the terrain. Actually, yeah, I don't get a choice. I don't get to choose the terrain. I just have to do with what the game has given me. Okay, that's the new rules. Do with what the game giveth. What the heck? Today was a stupid day. I just did pretty much work on a computer all day. It was just classwork. It was dumb. But tomorrow I'm going to the range. They have an M17 range. Apparently, I get to go, which is awesome. I don't know if I'm shooting M17. Either way, it doesn't matter. I'm shooting something. Makes me excited. Makes me excited to go just every once in a while. It's a pretty nice thing. Pretty nice to do. Let's see how it's doing. Goog. Somebody said goog. Unitaser said goog. Analytic. Oh. Languages. I'm just. While we wait for nighttime to pass, guys, I'm just making sure YouTube is not doing the same thing they just did. It's still pending. The plan is still pending on the supersymmetry video. If they shut it down again, I'm going to appeal. I'm going to appeal. But they're not shutting down the supersymmetry video. You see what they're actually doing is they're just shutting down the ability for it to achieve massive views. They're suppressing my brilliant strategies. 2 billion clicks per second. Holy Jesus. What the heck? What in the sham tarnations is that? Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. And me dying wool. Bruh. Expreka kind supersymmetry. I am the symmetrizer. What the heck am I even doing at this point? Mental contortion, bruh. Bruh. Bruh, 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 bruh. It's okay. It's alright. At the end of the day, it's gonna be night. That sounds like an actually awesome song. I think I just made the song of all time, guys. Shutting down. What happens? Well, you see, the plan is to have one single promotion give the video 2 billion views. But they shut down the promotion plan because they said, oh, hey guys, this content is shocking and harmful. He's bullying them. He's a bully. He's a bully, guys. And I'll admit, in the first few minutes, I did call you guys stupid, but what, you can't handle me calling you stupid or something? I don't believe you guys have a problem with that, but I think that there's obviously, I think YouTube has an issue with me calling them stupid. I think that's where the problem occurs, guys. I think that's the problem, is that I said, oh, you guys are stupid, and what the heck just happened? Did 4 cows just spawn in on this island? I know we're going to be doing this. We're probably going to be building a massive farm so I can exploit the way cows and stuff spawn. Because did you guys see how they just popped right into the world? It's even nighttime. This is gonna be good. This is gonna be a good playthrough of this. But I have to build a house. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start building my house. Mine halls. Yeah! 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Alright, we're gonna do the Supersymmetry Deluxe Edition, bro. No, that's not what that's called. Not what the strategy is, bro. Whoosh. Whoosh. We're gonna be doing the Crafting Armor Deluxe Edition, bro. My name is Steve. So I guess we'll have to select a place to put my starter house. Let's begin. Let's begin the work on the super farm of all time. I don't know if I'm gonna build my base over here. Honestly, I feel like at the top of that hill is a great spot to put it. So I'll probably go up there. Set it up there. And then we'll start digging out the entire planet. It's going to be a lot harder in this version to manually excavate an entire chunk from existence. And when I mean chunk, I mean the entire planet itself. Entire planet. In like a massive 256 chunk area or something like that. Some huge numbers, bro. So we're pushing huge numbers. Whoa. Is it possible to build it? Yes, it is. It's actually... I don't think it's that hard. I don't think it's even that hard. Because you see how they spawn, like... But I have seen mob farms built. They usually end up being like a big floating cube. And then you just use water. Like, it's even easier. Because they don't even... They just walk right off cliffs. They don't have the pathfinding in this as they would in... the modern day. They quite literally choose to just walk off a cliff. That's where it's gonna go. It's gonna go over there. Why is the sky so blue? It's a different color of blue. Now, obviously, if I try to do it the way I'm doing, I'm going to end up in lava because the entire bottom of the planet is lava, I think, if I remember. I know it's a lot more lava than before, so... Or in newer versions. I shouldn't say before because this is the before. The newer versions are the after. Aftermarket Minecraft clones. Boom. That's all you need. Bang, 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 bang. Do, 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 do. I got a new flavor of Monster. A new flavor of Monster for tomorrow morning. Since I drink Monster every morning, so I don't just pass out. Even though that's pretty much what I was doing all day. Was pretty much passing out. Just going, oh, what the heck? Oh, it's we're doing work on this. Well, that's cool. Okay. Pass out in the middle. Oh, somebody sent me a message. They ruined it. They ruined it. They ruined the perfect silence that I had. Blah 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 blah. Just gonna do that before I explode. Now this is what I'm talking about right here. We got a whole golf course. Whole golf course. Let's begin construction right here. Kaboosh. This is before chests even had animations. What? It's only a one-way chest, guys. It's only one way. Nice. We're gonna try to make things look good. Gooder. Goog. Okay, goog bases is what we want. Not bad bases. Alright. We need some wood so I can make, what even building material wise do I have other than wood? I don't even know. I don't even know. Yeah, wood and dirt. Those are the two building materials other than cobblestone as well. Man, I remember back in the day, I'd build a little dirt staircase down to the dirt basement of the base. I would use a dirt floor and a 2-block roof. We're gonna do it. We're gonna make the house that used to be. Okay, ready? Birch logs? Yeah, that's an option. I don't know. I gotta stop saying yeah, that's an option to every single thing. I'm gonna say yeah, that's an option to something I don't really want to say yeah, that's an option to. Now, of course, this extends out and it's a perfect cube usually. This is how I'd build in the Xbox 360 days. All right, but we're gonna take this. I think we're gonna take this nice little cube and we're gonna elevate the cube a bit. We're gonna raise the cube. To what it needs to be. We're gonna add windows. It has a double door, so it's already better than what a normal house like this would be. We're gonna extend the roof to 3 blocks. This is how the house would look like. Be like this. Except you'd have a 2-block roof. You wouldn't have any windows. It'd literally be a 3x3 floor some of the time. It would be like that. Obviously, I don't want to do that. I want to change it up nowadays. I want to go for the future of base building. I want to go with this. We even have a bed. The dirt basement, though, is the classic pinnacle of where basements started, okay? This is how I'd always go with a basement. Do this, 2 blocks deep basement, dirt basement underneath your house. You just go down here and you're like, okay, I got my chemistry table, I got my machinery that doesn't exist yet. Because Super Symmetry was not ported to Xbox 360 yet, so... We all know that it's someday going to be ported to Xbox 360. At least us time travelers do. No, I'd go all the way down to stone sometimes. There was one house that I actually did build from dirt. It didn't look too good, but it was just like an L-shaped dirt house with singular windows. Speaking of, let's begin excavating some of this sand. I'll admit, it looks quite beautiful, but I need this for glass. That's the main reason why. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and throw in 8 pieces to the smelter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm gonna do that. Right there. It's the moment of all time. Back in 2012, 2013, bro. We just picked up Minecraft for our first time. Just jumped in the game. Went mining. Didn't know what we were doing. We were in a taiga biome. And, just kinda ended up having skeletons fall into a tunnel I was digging. Because I was digging a 2 block tall tunnel. Sort of like when you do a strip mine, but I was like, I need to add a hole so I can see. So I can get some light in from the top. So I dug up to the sky and I had a skeleton fall in. And I was like, oh, dang it. I didn't even have a pickaxe. I didn't know what I was doing. My next playthrough, I ended up in a wooden... I remember one time we had a... What is it called? We had a base we built. Or like a bunch of them. We built in the entire Xbox 360 world. Which usually I only end up in a corner of it. But we built in that world and we ended up with like a massive like tower of cobblestone, and like there was a glass building, a glass palace. It was kind of a nice base at that point. It was my favorite, one of my favorite playthroughs. Obviously, those days are gone, but still we have 173. Still. Nice. You know what I could do to make this place even better? Oh, I dug a basement. Oops. Yeah, I gotta fix this. Get rid of the basement. It's really not gonna help. I guess our next goal is to go to the Nether. So that's what we're gonna do, try to do in a bit. Now the reason this makes it better is because the windows, you don't exactly get to see through them. They just kind of let light in. You get to see the sky. It's pretty nice. This is one way I like to put my windows. Maybe you can jump up here and be like, oh, look at that. What the heck? What is the sheep doing, bruh? What the dog doing? It's one of those. Minecraft Pocket Edition 0.9.5. Sure, there's you had a lot of fun with that. What the heck? Oh, this is gonna be fun. I'm gonna go chop down a door someday. The door is gonna be like... It's a very interesting... Why does it do that? Is that intentional? Ah. Très intéressant. What the? Huh? What is this? There we go. And from the outside, this will look like a traditional Minecraft house while still having the comforts of modern Minecraft housing. Modern Minecraft housing, okay guys? Okay guys? This is made of stone, by the way. Wait, these are fireproof. What the heck? It's a classic feature right there. Classic. What about trapdoors? Do these work? Okay, they work just the same as those. Guys. Ladies and gentlemen. I have to scream. I have to scream. Content promoted. Too offensive, guys. Too shocking. It's too much. Guys, you're shocked right now, guys. You're shocked. I just let everything eat my soul until it's gone. It's probably the best view. Best view that we have. What about here? So these are essentially useless. I feel like the iron pickaxe is a lot faster than it is nowadays. Now, this is not a traditional basement by any means, but it is a basement. It's gonna be my mining basement, except a lot less versatile than modern mining techniques would have. Usually, I use the ladder technique where you just build a giant column of ladders or a water block at the bottom, or actually both usually. That gives you every single layer. Of course, in my HBM playthrough, what that has going for it is a little different. What my HBM playthrough has a special ladder that I've constructed from wooden planks, which we might end up doing another similar thing to that. Maybe we'll make it different, but who knows. For now, we'll have just a little quarry I've dug out and then made a staircase out of. This way I can get access to pretty much every layer, but obviously it's going to be a lot different. Just want that little 3x3 shaft in the middle. Boom. That's all you need. How do I know what block I'm on? That's a good question. This is a good question right now. Guess you can't really know what block you're on. You just kind of have to guesstimate. What the heck? Bro, get out my house. Get out my house, bro. Okay, it's good. It's okay, guys. Could have been a lot worse. Get out of my house. It's okay, guys. It's okay. It could have been a lot worse. Could have been a lot worse. Okay, guys. Could have been so much worse. It's okay, guys. It's okay. So I always sleep with a sword in your hand. Good morning, guys. But as you could see, in theory, a mob farm doesn't look like a bad idea if they can spawn while I'm sleeping. The question is how am I going to make it so that way there's a mob farm when I have to clear out all of the underground? Now, there is an answer, and that's to show the actual tags. Now, if anybody knows how to do that, go ahead, because by all means will we end up just clearing out a massive area and making it into a farm, spawn-proofing everything. So, I do have plans for the farm. I might start building the farm, so we just need to know how to use that so I can... Well, I'm definitely going to start building it. It's going to look like a regular building. It's going to be a castle. But actually a good-looking castle, not a crappy castle, okay? No crappy castles. Wonder if that's why it's shocking and harmful. Do I say the word crappy too many times? Shocking and harmful. It's still pending. It's still pending, guys. It's still pending. All promotions go through a quick policy check. It usually takes 1 business day, but that's a lie. Okay, it's a lie. They're lying to you. It usually is lots less than a business day. It's usually the same day. Same day, usually. Oops, something went wrong. The world endeth. By the way, for supersymmetry, put in for the propaganda director application, which is amazing. It's amazing. I have no idea if I will get it, but I put in. See, the questions they asked were such as, like, if you were supersymmetry propaganda advisor, or whatever the heck, what would you, I don't know. I don't remember what it was, but it was something. And I just put Heisenberg uncertainty. Not even Heisenberg uncertainty principle. Just put Heisenberg uncertainty to the question. Straight up. Best answer you can give. Let's begin building the farm. The farm of all time. Now, everybody's like, oh yes, I want to build a farm. I'm gonna build it this way. You know, I'm gonna build it this way. I don't know how I'm gonna build the farm yet. But I know that obviously it's going to be massive, so we're gonna make it look like a castle too. What is that, a castle? No, it's my mob farm, guys. It's my mob farm. Which means it's gonna be a completely weird farm to build because of the non-organic shape of a castle. Right? Castles are irregular. They don't have organic shapes necessarily. Usually they're quite strange. It's the first thing I want to build is a castle. That's crazy. It's crazy goals. Crazy seagulls. I don't even know if I want to build a castle. Maybe we could build a temple. No. Honestly, you can build kind of high, but if you want to build something like tall, it's like, why would you do that? It's gonna be gross, dude. It's gonna be a gross build. You want a gross build? You want to try building a gross build? I want to redo this, by the way. I think that's not how castles go. I think he agrees. Anyway, this will be my first part of the castle right here. Boom. And then another 3 blocks over and I'll have this part. Boom. Now, of course, in the center of this, I'm going to have a square tower. So, boom. Boom, boom. Boom, boom, dun, 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 dun. Oh, can't do that. Dun, 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 dun. Stop. It's gonna be a dense castle. Mob farm castle. Is it even a mob farm? Am I even gonna build a mob farm I'm just building a castle, okay guys? I'm not putting any purpose to this, I'm just building a castle. There's no real point in even farming mobs. There's no point in it. I'm just gonna build a wall. For no reason. That's like the perfect puddle right there. Because guess what? I'm gonna put in an arch to my castle. Castle miniature. Everybody's like, yeah, let's build it bigger, guys. Let's build it bigger. Look at my mega base. Look at my mega base. And I'm here making fun of them. Guys. Guess what? I'm being shocking. Holy crap. He's being shocking. Oh my goodness. What are we ever gonna do? It's not as if we have never heard of a joke before. Hey guys. I mean, when I did call you guys stupid. I meant it with every single bit. But it's not your guys' fault at all. It's not your guys' fault. It's not your guys' fault at all, okay? I just did that because I said it, and it was funny. It was part of a bigger phrase, too, so I didn't just call you guys stupid. I called you guys stupid and dumb. Okay, well, now we're stepping into the... Okay. See, it was okay when it's just I'm explaining what happened, what kind of joke I made, and it must have really gotten under the skin of one of those robots that screens the videos or whatever. It might be a human. Technically, I have a YouTube partner manager, okay, and I've just never talked to them. I technically have a YouTube partner manager. I could totally talk to them, right? Could ask them everything I want to know. Hello, how do I get more views on video? Can you help me get more views at YouTube? You know what? I could just start talking to my YouTube partner manager, guys. Could start doing that. What is this? Chat with creator support. 404, that's an error. The requested URL was not found on this server. Okay. That's cool. You're just gonna leave it on my screen, dude. Thanks for the 404 error, bro. Thank you, 404 error. I think YouTube is melting down because I uploaded the super symmetry video of all time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe I made a 333 joke where it's like, or something like that. Something about, made some kind of joke about Russia. Oh my god. The sun has fallen. Maybe I said something about global warming or liberals. Or... I mean, all of that could be perceived as offensive and shocking content. I do make those kinds of jokes. I don't have anything against those people. Those people? That's how we call them now? That's how we handle that? Ah, those are humans too. I don't have anything against them. No, those type of people. That type of people. I don't know how to call that in a polite way. But I don't have any problem with people who have different beliefs than me, because I like to believe that if you have a different belief than I do, then just because I make fun of you for it, right? You can make fun of me for what I believe. You can be like, oh man, he's an idiot. or something. Be like, oh my gosh, man, make some joke. Like, I don't know. Like, I can make a joke. You can make a joke. We can both make jokes together, and the world's a more comedic place. But I feel like sometimes my jokes are just a little bit on the far edge of being a joke and kind of being more on the verge of me just blatantly insulting you. And I think that's where YouTube is like, guys, we can't let the supersymmetry video of all time just explode. Everything was going correct until that happened. That was the key point of the plan, because it was gonna get 5 billion views, but the plan failed. It failed miserably, but it's okay, because I'm gonna build a pentagon in Minecraft. I think a pentagon, hexagon. What is a shape that is not something that's super dodecagon, but then it's gonna look like a circle, like a castle that's a circle? I've changed my mind, guys. We're building a hexapentagram. Oh crap. Sounds like it's shocking to Christians, guys. Shocking content. Beware. Do I need to label every single video shocking content? Do I need to label all of them that? It's not been a problem yet. But do I? It's shocking content. Oh my god. It's shocking because it's supersymmetry. That's why. And I keep going on and on about this, but I don't know what to do. I don't know how to get that out of my head. I need your guys' help. I need some help. Please provide mental supports. Brain support, guys. You guys are my brain tech support. I trust you all to deliver a good joke. Give me a one-liner. Punch me in the face or something. But YouTube, they don't do that. They don't like jokes. They don't like comedian. They don't like me. They don't like me being comedian. Maybe, you know what it could be? It could be like a firearms joke. But then they would probably have been like, firearms related content. Ugh. Just died right on the spot. Because they saw a firearm. Firearm related content, guys. Oh my gosh. TH3 Fish. He is some kind of evil supervillain. He likes firearms? Like, what? How would that make me a supervillain? Yeah, numbers are scary. They were afraid of the numbers that we were going to pull with that video. Because that video would have brought supersymmetry straight into the spotlight. It could have. It has the potential. Well, would have brought me into the spotlight, but that's the same as supersymmetry. Second I'm there. Hello guys. Welcome back to episode 48 of our supersymmetry streams, and today we're making nuclear waste. We're making nuclear bologna. Guys, we're making a bologna sandwich with nuclear ham. Would have been the best thing they could have done for supersymmetry, but they don't care about supersymmetry. You know, they care about it, YouTube. They care about, oh, I don't like him. But it's just my mentality. Did I tell you about the Monster I got, the new Monster energy drink? I'm so excited to try it. It's called Monster. It was like something restocked or something. It's a new flavor apparently. I read the can and it said, quote, no juice, no tea, no coffee. Okay, so no Java Monster. Just a brand new flavor of Monster. I'm like, what? It's called Sunlight, or no. It's called Orange Popsicle, or Orange Icicle. I got it in the fridge right now. When I wake up tomorrow, I am drinking it. I'm drinking the monster tomorrow, guys. Every single bit of it. Pentahexafluoride, guys. Pentahexafluoride. Don't even know what that's gonna look like. Kind of weird. That's not even a thing. Pentahexafluoride? Shut up, dude. Shut up. Why would I do this? Why would I do this to myself? Why would I build this castle in such a way? It's okay, guys. It's okay. It's okay. Ah. We need some Greg. We need to program some mods into this. Greg Tech cravings. Craggings. Since when do you live in my base, Mr. Cow? You pay. Kaboom. Pentahexagon. A pentadodecadon. What the? Oh, this is when numbers get scary. That's when numbers get scary. Is when you start making up new ones. That's the numbers right there. Numbers, the future of them. All right, guys. Pentadodecadon. What the heck does this number do, dudes? Dudettes. Perfect timing, Mr. Steve Minsraft. Perfect timings. So here I can have a chest. I can see how this game would be boring for people. Like, especially like at this point in the game. There's really nothing you can do. You really can't do much. Right? Like, look at this. You can make a chest, make a furnace, mine some stuff. But there really wasn't much. The only thing that brings people back is to build in this with the modern aspect of, oh wow, it's so much more simple and I can do the same things almost. I can just have to think a little harder and get a little more creative with the blocks to do it. Which is where I feel people really fall in love with this. I feel like I'm going to change that over there, by the way. It's going to be a triangle. But what do you guys think about it? What is your guys' thoughts on that aspect of Minecraft? Like, do you guys like the simplicity of the old versions? Do you guys... I know you guys like the modded versions, obviously, but I want to hear... If you had to play vanilla, what is your pick of vanilla? What flavor you guys go with? Because that's what makes me curious right now. Wow, look at the base. It's gonna go well. It's gonna be okay. Really feel like it needs a darker stone in there to fill it in, but we need to collect more materials. It's interesting. My armor has gone down since I made it, and its durability has also decreased. I wonder if there's a relationship between the two. I will be back in just a second. Oh, hold on. I gotta take care of some stuff. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I have returned. Turned to come back and make more of the super symmetry. How's it going? What did I miss? You guys haven't done anything at all. Since the time I've been gone, you guys have done absolutely nothing. Except I'm about to go mine some wood. Because I figure what I need on the base is a little bit of wood to fill in some of those dirty areas. Let's go ahead and collect our dues. It's time to choose. No, it's G-Man. G-Man right there. G-Man. It's kind of boring. Kind of boring, guys. The goal is to get bored, so we go back to super symmetry, right? It's the goal. And while I'm doing that, you know, we could do reaction to, like, we could do a reaction video. Reaction to something else, somebody else's video. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be good. Pending still. It's pending. YouTube, it's time to choose. I'm quoting G-Man. I'm not being shocking right now. I'm quoting G-Man. Shocking or derogatory content? I only said shit once. And it gets labeled with that? What the heck? What did I say? The F word? F word too many times? You don't like the F word? The big F. It's okay. It's okay. Not everybody has had the same life as I have. So, not everybody says the F word constantly at work. You know, it's gonna... that would suck. That would suck in the future. To not be able to say the F word. Dude, I can't imagine a future where I'm not able to just swear. And well, obviously I can't swear on YouTube, otherwise it's shocking. Shocking content. Need something new to talk about. There's nobody here. Okay, guys, here's what I want you all to do right now. I want you all to find one person you know. And then ask them what they're thinking. Or no, send them this stream and then have me ask them what they're thinking. Okay, that's the best way we can do this. Because I'm curious. That's my favorite thing to ask people. It's what they are thinking. Because usually, I've asked a few people of what they were thinking about. One time I asked a guy and he said, "Oh, I'm thinking about going home tonight." I asked another guy, he was about, "Oh, I'm thinking about getting paid." Another guy said, "Oh, I don't think at all." And I was like, what the F word. Big F. What the big F guy? What do you mean you don't think at all? You're telling me you don't think constantly? You're telling me your mind is not sharp? It's dull like a stone? Like what? Your mind just sits there? It kind of made me upset. And like, you know, if I would have asked somebody that, I would have been like, okay, you do you. Sometimes I don't think at all either. But I was like, nowadays I'm like, you don't think, and yet I have to work with you. I have to work with a guy who doesn't think. Am I gonna pay for him not thinking? No, because what he said was a lie. Now, will I have to pay for him lying? Maybe. Now, how do I know it's a lie? Because I know that everybody thinks constantly. Only a lobotomite does not think constantly, and I do not believe that guy is a lobotomite. I believe he was just covering whatever he was actually thinking about. Which typically, when people ask me what I'm going to do later, my answer is usually, oh, I'm going to go do... and I'll just be like, oh, I don't even know. That's my answer. Because I don't want people to... I don't really want to be open with people about that. So I will avoid the question. Which is a tactic people use. Psychologically. Which is not an effective tactic. Because it's very easy to recognize when somebody's doing it. Because you can go, well, you're going to do... You don't know yet? That sounds like code words for... And I'll admit, sometimes I do know what I'm going to do. I know every night I'm going to go play Super Symmetry. I'm going to go play something and stream it. Obviously, he was just saying... What he was saying was just a lie. Or maybe he didn't want to think hard about what he was thinking about. Or he was telling the truth and he wasn't actually thinking. He was just staring into space. The only time you stop thinking is probably when you're asleep. But I'll be honest, even when you're asleep, you still have dreams. That means you could still be thinking. Now, let's just say that having dreams at night kind of suck, because then the dreams just kind of suck. But still, if you have dreams at night, that means you're thinking. So, technically, he had to be thinking. But no, every day gets a little bit badder, a little bit worse, because people like that exist that don't actually think before. At least they don't think before they do things. That's the big thing. I just want to get to the day where I don't really have to deal with that kind of stupidity anymore. I'm just in charge of the stupidity. I'm running the show. That's what I want to do. I want to run the show because I'm tired of being at the bottom of the show and just getting absolutely punched and slaughtered every day, pretty much. Not even like really punched, just mentally punched. My brain gets punched mentally inside my head. It's all mental. Just thinking, because I know what's gonna happen next. It's just I have the wheel to the car is not mine right now. It's not mine. It's somebody else's, and you know I have to pay for it every single day. I have to pay because the guy next to me, he doesn't want to do running. And you know, if you start thinking like this, I think it's about the point where you need to either do something about it or reassess. Or reassess and do something else with your life. Which, I don't know. It's not appealing necessarily, but it is technically potential. And I say that because I mean that I would lose out on a lot of things that I have now that I would not want to lose out on. I'd be throwing away so much. But the problem is still going to be persistent. So what I need to do is climb. I need to not dig deeper. I need to climb upwards. So I need to not be in this position anymore where I am. Just gotta find a new one. Make a new position for myself, you know. But that's what really gets me before I even come to play the Super Symmetry streams for you guys. Every single day I have to deal with that stupid nonsense. Because this guy, I'll tell you what this guy does. So you know what he always does? He will always laugh at every single joke, right? Now, let's say your manager told you to do something really serious, right? He told you to do something really serious. Now, that's how you're supposed to handle. This is how you're supposed to handle that. Like, you're not supposed to laugh at it, right? Because he's telling you to do something. This guy will be like, hey, can I buy this really expensive car that has a really, really interesting reputation, okay? Okay, he'll do that, right? And then he'll do that to the guy who's in charge of him, right? The manager, pretty much. Pretty much the manager. But he'll be like, hey, can I buy this really, really expensive car that's really got a reputation to it? And then the manager will be like, no. And then this guy will be laughing at the way he says no. Like, because he won't just say no right out. He'll make he'll be like, man, you're not going to buy that. You're not going to buy that or something like that. And then he's going to be like, what do you mean? He'll start laughing. This guy laughs too much, right? He will laugh at everything. He'll be like, all right, absolutely no bearing. Absolutely zero. And this guy makes me so upset. So upset. Because I see him do it every single time. And we've gotten in trouble for him so many times doing that. We haven't gotten in trouble for it recently. But I know the time is coming soon. I know it's coming soon. Because my direct manager got in trouble from the manager above him. Right? He got, for whatever reason, because of some dumb stuff that happened. And that makes me upset as well. Makes me upset. Because this guy, the new manager above my direct manager, he's just in place for my direct manager, okay? So my direct manager, so we'll just call him number 1, okay? Number 1 got messed up by number 2, who's the guy level above him. So number 2, or Mr. Number 2, yeah, Mr. 2 messed up Mr. 1. It's like Mr. XYZ. And so that just made me a little upset because I had to hear about that. I heard about that and I was like, he's genuinely good at what he does. He's not a problem, and you're just kind of showing up here. You don't really know what's going on, like, with us. You don't know us. Like, what are you doing? You just kind of popped in. And that's the same thing how these guys were. They would, like, when the new guys showed up, that's how I was with the new guys. Like, because I was like, I don't really know you. I don't want to hang out with you until I know you that well. And I still don't hang out with them because I don't hang out with people. I don't like that. I hang out with you guys because I know that you guys can't make stupid mistakes in my life. You guys make stupid mistakes for your own lives, and that makes me, well, I don't know. But you guys can make your own stupid mistakes. I don't know if you guys even make mistakes, honestly, but it doesn't affect me, so I will just turn my head and I won't care about it. But, you know, it's when I have the people, this guy, the newest level of leadership. Oh, but there's also, but anyway, he doesn't, so I already know that he's pretty much found out that he doesn't like one of the new guys who we got before him. So before we had this Mr. 2 show up, we had a bunch of, well, we'll just say they're XYZ. We'll call them X, Y, and Z. There's 3 of them. So we have X, Y, and Z. So Z is absolute garbage. Absolute garbage. X and Y are okay. Z is garbage, but he kind of knows what he's doing. And I can recognize that because I can be like, oh, okay, he does actually have some idea. He's got a head on his shoulders. He's got potential, but he has zero discipline, which is the issue. And I feel like you can really shape somebody like that to be better. You just have to find how to put the discipline into him. And for me, like, I figure, right, I could probably help out this guy because what he struggles with is like physical stuff. He doesn't want to put any effort in. So if I get the opportunity, I'll be like, okay, hey, motivate this guy. Let's get him going. Right? We'll be doing it around. I'll be like, okay, hey man, don't give up. Don't let him beat you. 100%, all the way. Just get him to go do his stuff. So that's what I'll do. Then the thing is that makes that a challenge is that he doesn't really listen too much. I don't think he listens. I don't think he has a brain that cares, that has a bigger picture outside of himself yet. I don't know if he will develop one because there's some people who have narcissistic inwards tendencies. Well, that's how it would be described. The story of it's a Greek story, by the way. It comes from a Greek story of a guy who stared into a pond because he liked his own reflection that much. So that's where narcissism comes from. Like this, the word comes from. It comes from that story where the guy stares into his reflection. But I don't think it's necessarily entirely that he's self-centered. I feel like, obviously, if you can give somebody discipline and make them to where they are a solid person. Like, I feel like not being a leader yet, but being just one of the guys, right? Being one of the Joes. I see, like, a lot of what I will do when I'm a leader. Like, what I'll have to deal with. I can already see it because I'm at the ground level. So if you're at the ground level, you get the best view of everything because that's what you don't get from the top. Like, if you don't interact with me, you don't see who I am, which is what the top layer of the platoon, highest level of a platoon is usually you don't see the guys at the top of the platoon unless something, well, not really. Usually you rarely see them. You'll see them for like 30 minutes a day usually, which is, I feel like a good leader will, at that level, can come down to the guys because, I mean, obviously, you want to know who your people are, you want to know about them, know their capabilities, know their mind too. That's a big thing. I'd say, if I had to write a book, I would say, know your people's mind, right? Know your people's mind, because, like, obviously with that guy who doesn't really put out much, he has some issues. Now, the question is, why doesn't he put out much? Is it the problem of laziness? Well, no, because laziness is necessarily an underlying mental health issue, probably. That's usually resulting from, like, a lack of motivation or something, maybe? It's a question, not an answer, but understanding why people do things mentally. What makes them not want to do it? Is it because it's too hard? Is it too hard? Is the question. But for me, it's not hard. I don't struggle with it at all. I don't struggle with any of the things. In fact, I think it just comes down to I don't understand why he doesn't do that, and I just need to ask him, like, hey, why do you do this besides, oh, my elbow hurts? Which could be true, but his track record is every time he goes to do something, he comes up with a new excuse. Oh, my elbow hurts. Now that one he made up after one guy was like, oh, are your elbows hurting? While I was doing pull-ups, and I was like, kinda. And then he was like, oh yeah, you should take a little break. But I just kept going. It doesn't just because it hurts doesn't mean it's bad. It just means that maybe I didn't stretch or something. Or maybe I don't have a good grip. Should just change it a little. But yeah, that guy just gave up that day. He gave up. That's what makes me sad, is when I see somebody like that. Somebody who's young, has good potential. Like, I am young, I have good potential. I don't give up. Give 100% and then some, all the time. At least as far as physical fitness goes. With other stuff, I'm a little less 100% and then some, because a lot of times it's stupid. But I still do it anyway. Still at least put enough effort to make it look like I'm trying. The only time I can't put effort is when I can't focus, because my mind just shuts off. But it just really, really bothers me that, like, this guy has so much potential, like, so much potential, he just throws it away. Question, but then again, that goes back into what I was saying about leadership and, like, you know, if you're really high up in leadership, like let's say you're a CEO, right? CEO of a massive company like Walmart. You don't see what the cashier is going through. You don't see what he's going through, okay? You don't see what the cashier is going through. You don't see what the manager is going through. You just see what the guy below you is seeing, or, well, telling you. So you don't know that. You don't even care about the employees if you're a manager. The only time you care is if you get a paper from, like, somebody and it says something about, oh, so-and-so did this thing at this place. That's what a manager, that's what a CEO sees. A CEO. But in, like, a military leadership kind of, you have a different structure to where, like, a general, like a commanding general of a division, he's not going to necessarily see what the guys at the bottom deal with on a day-to-day basis. And you can't be everywhere at once. There's only one guy. That's where the lowest level of leadership comes into play, to take care of those guys at the bottom. It's where, like, even at a platoon level, you obviously need to know your guys. It's an important fact of just any leadership, is to know who you have, what their capabilities are. Maybe that's another thing, is because if you know their capabilities, you know what they're doing, right? Let's start going into more of, like, the training aspect. Like, okay, let's say I wanted to know so I just got this new guy and I want to know what he's good at, right? So what I would do is I'd run him through at least, let's get some basic knowledge out of this guy. Let's see what he knows, what he learned, and we'll be like, okay, I don't need to mess him up, really, unless he's really just a jerk. Okay, I don't really need to mess him up that much. Well, for me, if I'm in that position, I'm messing him up, regardless, regardless of anything. That's because I'm evil. That's genuinely, I'm just evil. I'm an evil human being with zero morals. But I do have morals. I do have morals. Maybe it's just I have zero compassion, or I just want to put people through the same stuff I've gone through. I want to make people relive my experiences. That's messed up. That maybe, yeah, it definitely is no morals. No. I think there is morals, but it's just I don't know why I would want to mess somebody up. I would just be like, all right, lunges, go. The flutter kick. Hit him with a flutter kick. I like to talk about this train of thought, because then it's like, makes me happy for some reason. It's like the only happiness I have. But anyway, let's say this guy just gets here and he's like, okay, so how am I gonna figure out what this guy knows? Well, first of all, do a basic knowledge quiz. Basic knowledge quiz, right? Like, I want to know what you know about this. Teach me about this. Tell me about this. I want to know everything you know about this, and this. Tell me now, right? Now, I'm not going to be saying tell me now. I'm going to be like, oh, what is this movement? What does this mean on a map? What does this mean? Or how do you do this with your weapon, okay? Ask those questions first, right? So if I was to apply that to like Walmart, or like if I was like a manager at Walmart, it'd be like, managers don't even need to quiz because they're getting like nobody with any experience. They're getting people with zero experience. But if I was like a teacher in a school, right? If I was a teacher in a school, right? I'd be like, okay, what do you, okay, class, I'm going to do a quick check on learning. Check on learning. Keywords there. Check on learning. Write that down in your notebooks, okay? Write it down now. Check on learning. That's the best way to explain it. So basically, then in class, I'll be like, okay, what did you guys learn today? Somebody explain to me what you guys learned today. What did you guys learn? All 26 of you. Somebody, each person give me one thing that you've learned today. It doesn't even have to be related, okay? Just tell me. I learned XYZ thing. And then everybody just goes down the line. Or something like that. Or actually, it would have to be related. Tell me one thing you've learned in this class in the past week. Oh, we learned about Higgs boson. Higgs boson, bro. And that's what that's what I'd get. Find out who knows, who learned, actually listened, who paid attention. Obviously, the classwork would tell you a lot about that. You don't really have classwork in the military. Classwork there's not really classwork. There is quizzes. You do get quizzed every single day because then your leadership will be like your first level of leadership is your team leader. He'll be like, all right, we're gonna do a quick quiz. What do you guys know about this? Tell me now. Forever hold your peace. That's how that works. Every day you get quizzed. It's just how it is. That's how you make somebody memorize something, is by quizzing them every day and then giving them a memorable experience of why they should memorize that, okay? Because that's a good way of engaging that learning, at least in the military sense of how to do that. Which really you can't engage the learning in the same way as an education system would. However, that's a method that would really benefit a lot of people. I mean, a lot of people who go into the military aren't like super, like, let's just say necessarily, like, a lot of the guys I know probably didn't really do much homework in high school. They probably just skipped all the homework and passed high school by doing the tests, which is a way of doing it. It's not the best way, but it's probably how they did it. For real, the RR? I don't know what that means, but hey, it's cool. It's the guy who says stuff that I don't know what it means usually. But anyway. But usually the lost my train of thoughts. Usually the guys I know really, I don't think they really would have cared much about high school. Some of them wouldn't have put much effort in. However, some of them seem like they would have put a lot of effort in. But like, you can't really apply classwork to a military setting, at least. So because when you try to apply it that way, then you have to worry about the guys who actually probably wouldn't be able to do that, because there would be a bunch of guys who would not know what they're doing to do classwork. Some guys that would work better for. There's people like me who exist, and like I cannot engage necessarily as well with like, oh, getting quizzed every single day does not really work that well. I don't retain as much knowledge that way as if I had to do a worksheet 10 times. Like, be like, oh, hey, here's a worksheet. I need you to fill it out by the end of tomorrow morning. have to have that exact worksheet done by the next day. That's what really, really is important with school education, because then it really teaches that aspect of like, oh, I have to do this by the next day. But also, not only that, it really helps you engage more with the knowledge, because then you might be stressed to be like, oh crap, I put it off the last minute. Some people do that, which I never did it. I did it in 5 minutes and before the class even finished. Is that because I'm smart, or is that because the school I went to is really not that great? It's probably because the school I went to wasn't that great. In fact, the school I went to is a completely different subject in and of itself, which we can go sidetrack off into, since I'm kind of tired of talking about education and all of that. Not even sure how we got on the subject of me talking about education again. I like to talk about education a lot, I guess. Like, there's a lot to understand about learning stuff. Neuroplasticity. Like, your brain can be changed to learn better at some things. It's just a matter of doing that, getting it to do that. Okay, so the school I went to when I was in high school wasn't really a great school. It was full of a lot of kids who did a lot of drugs, pretty much. Yeah, everybody there was like in the bathroom smoking a bong every single day, or like some stuff like that. It's pretty interesting, pretty fun. I would say it was a pretty fun experience, pretty fun part of my life. Not that I smoked with them, because I didn't smoke with them. I saw what it did to people on the 3rd Street. Because on the 3rd Street, they'd end up in ambulances. Okay, they'd be in ambulances, and then they would be driven off. And I'd be like, oh, well, okay. Don't really want to be one of those guys. But there's more to that, even. Because it's like, oh, yeah. Because I didn't even try to get drugs. Didn't even try. Like, even if I was offered them, I'd be like, no, I don't vape. Technically, I consider vaping a drug, because it kills me sooner. So, why would I do something that kills me sooner, right? Makes 0 sense to me. And yet, people still do stuff that kills them faster. Like, what's wrong with these people? What compels them to be that messed up? Like, to try to do something that they know is bad for them. And I think I can learn why they do that. I think I have an understanding of why they do that, because they have so much suffering in their life, so much trauma in their life, that they have to turn to that. That they don't think there's another option, because it's all they know. I think that's what I understand about them now. Like, I was always just kind of like, never really thought of it. Like, why? What is the reason for so-and-so doing this, right? Like, I never thought of that. Because, to me, like, it didn't matter to me. Because it's not me. I'm not doing it. So I just didn't care. Did not care. But, like, I guess what it is for those people is, like, really what I said before. It's a case of, oh man, I don't know what else to turn to. Don't got anything else, right? What do I do? And that's what those guys would be saying, probably. That's what they probably thought to themselves every single day. Oh man, oh, I just gotta get some of it. Just gotta get some of it because it's the only thing that makes them happy. Which, like, I can understand now. I understand where those people were with their lives. Just, like, still, I don't understand necessarily why it's so prevalent. Well, no, I take that back. I understand why it's so prevalent too. It's just part of life. It's just, life will suck. It's a guaranteed fact that life is not gonna be fun. But you gotta go through it every day. You'll come out the other side tougher and better. It's a good thing. Good thing to know. Now, for all the people I know who were doing stuff like that, I know a bunch of people who still kind of, well, I know people who do different things now. Not that, like, not super hard stuff, but hello. I know people who do like Zen and nicotine and stuff, but it's still bad for you. It's still not good. Not something I'm gonna do. It's where I always stand. The people around me will ask me like, "Oh, do you vape? Do you Zyn?" And I'll be like, "No, never have, never will," because like I have this experience where like I can tell you it's not good for you because I've seen how people end up doing stuff like that. So I'm not interested. That's what a lot of people ask me. Sorry. This bed is occupied. What? Oh, also, sorry that you came in at the time where I was having a conversation about that. Really, I haven't had much to talk about, so I've just been kind of just going off of what I'm thinking of, so, which is just funny, just so funny, because that ties back into where I was talking about like asking a guy what he was thinking about. And he told me he wasn't thinking about anything, and I got really angry, really upset internally. I don't express a lot. I don't like to express a lot because then you're giving away a lot. Like, I'm giving ground if I'm like, oh, if I'm like sad, I'm giving ground to you. I don't want that. Anyway, how are you? How are you today? How are you today, Darks? Darks? I assume Darks. Dark Souls 3. Right there. You come here for the beta 173, man? You come here for this? It's the beta 173 of all time, bro. I'm telling you. I think this will make a good castle. I just have to work a little harder at it. Alright, time to get into another really deep conversation, I feel like, because there's nobody here. So we'll start talking about something else. Something else. What can I talk about? Obviously, we're not going to talk about any of the stuff that YouTube gets upset about, so no guns anymore. No, we're not talking about any shooting techniques, okay? I had the thought pop into my head to start talking about machine gun techniques or something like that. No, we're gonna save that. We're gonna save that for another video channel, YouTube. It's okay, YouTube. It's okay, YouTube. We'll fix it. We'll fix it, YouTube. I'm sure YouTube is actually scared of me for whatever reason. It's what's going on. It's what's going on. It's what's up. They're just scared internally. What is there to be scared of? We're talking about neuroplasticity as well. The ability of the brain to adapt. So much to think about with the mind, and so much to think about just in general. You can look at every single aspect of this world, and there will be something new that you didn't understand before. Like yesterday, or no, the day before yesterday, I didn't realize that I see everything at the lowest level, right? I see the guy next to me and I can see the guy next to him. But the guy above us can't really see that low. He's not really there all the time. He's there enough of the time to be like, oh yeah, I can know this. So-and-so does this. So-and-so does that. But I'm there all the time, so I can see what the guy to the left and right of me probably actually need. I feel like a bottom-up model would never work for leadership, but somehow they're like, this is the biggest struggle with the modern military, is like it's all so top down, and there's so much at the top that it makes it hard to work top down. Makes it very difficult to have much effect. This one had a deeper texture. I'm just trying to get to the thing, bro. Bread? The bread has... What is this texture for bread, dude? No sound effects even? Machine gun. I will say, guys, I am excited to play some more HBM tomorrow. I will admit, I'm excited to play some HBM. Talking about, what are we going to talk about today? You know, speech in and of itself is so complex. So much layers to every single thing. Like, I can't even think and comprehend all of it. Yet I know it's there. I know there are so many layers to stuff. Maybe I should talk about... I don't really want to talk about YouTube too much, because they just make me upsetty spaghetti, so avoid talking about that. But really what I want to talk about is probably... Well, we already talked about what people are thinking. What I need to talk about. Excuse me, what is this? This is a lake in a lake. This must truly be Siberia right here. Where even the mountains are made of ice. I think people are my favorite thing to talk about because there's so much psychology in people. So much psychology in people. Well, it's literally what psychology is, though. It's understanding how people interact and how they work, how they function. Chemically, physically, and just in general, what their choices are and all of that. Like, I can hear the guy next door. Hear him next door, right? And he's just screaming. He's screaming. He's got his friend there. He's got his friend. And he's just screaming about the game they're playing, which is probably like some kind of like split screen console, like Xbox 360 style kind of game, I'm imagining. Or maybe he's just like in a chat or something on a computer. He's like, oh my. And he's just screaming that. Really upset. So I can figure out that he's probably upset because of something his friend did, which is an easy conclusion to make, but I don't actually know. Like, it's not a well, it is a typical human reaction to be upset. So from prior knowledge, I've just developed that, oh, hey, I know this guy is probably upset, because that, you can also tell a lot from how somebody acts normally, right? If somebody normally acts a specific way, that's their baseline, and you can figure out a lot from their baseline. Like, oh, he's normally pretty calm, but he just got mad over somebody playing Hangman, which doesn't necessarily seem like the correct, or well, not really, it's not incorrect, but it doesn't really seem like his typical behavior. Which then leads me to go like, okay, well, what causes that? Maybe he is stressed. Maybe he is, which is what I would say is stressed. If you're stressed, you're not baseline. You don't act at your baseline. But what causes stress? I don't know what causes stress necessarily, other than something big, a change entering your life. That's what causes stress. It's minute changes in your life. That's why it causes your baseline to change, so you have to adapt to it. But your brain can't really adapt to it necessarily. Your brain just adapts to it in the way that preserves itself the best. Which, if you're handling stress, you've built up a lot of, like, oh, this happened today, it sucks. Oh, this happened today, oh my gosh. But it could be a small, like a bunch of small things that's like small amounts of stress being added to your life. Whereas if you have a big thing happen in your life, it's more of a violent reaction to that. Like, not necessarily, oh, I'm gonna beat somebody up, right? Not like, all right, like that's anger. You might get angry, but that's exactly kind of what happened, but not at the same time. That's almost how I would describe that. If you have something really big going on in your life, that's where the stress comes from. Like an explosive, violent stress that just comes out of nowhere, comes and goes. Like, you'll be like, oh my gosh, that's happening, and he's doing this. I understand. It makes a lot of sense that that's a stress thing. But on the opposite side, you have compounding minor stress, where it's more of, okay, that's fine, I can deal with that, it's okay, I can deal with that, oh, it's fine, I can deal with that. And it just keeps building up and up and up, and you eventually have a mountain. You have a mountain on top of, let's say it's dirt being piled onto a bridge, right? They've piled so much dirt onto that point where the bridge starts to crack and tremble, which is like the first sign of minor stress. Like a minimal amount of stress, I would say. I'm not even qualified to tell you about this, but I know enough to say that this is probably what's going on there. It's street smarts, bro. I'm not going to college to be a psychologist, dude. I will go to colleges to become a psychologist. Yes. But right, you can see that, oh, eventually that stress will build up and it will start showing, okay? So once the stress on the bridge, those little fractures and the trembling on the bridge shows up, that's when you know there's stress there. That's when you know that's compounded stress. Now, I don't really know much about how to relieve stress. I just know that, oh, it exists, and that you just, eventually, there's really not much you can, I don't really know if you can even do anything about stress. It's not my job to know that. My job is just to pretend like I'm actually talking about something that I know a lot about, but I really don't know anything about it at all. Because in truth, I only know this stuff from personal experience and what I've seen with other people. Because I like to pay more attention to the people around me than myself. I don't matter. but I know that everybody else around me has something they can teach me that matters a lot more than I do. So I will focus on what they have to teach me, because sometimes they're not even teaching me as like a class. It's more of I'm just watching what they're doing and going, interesting. I've learned a lot more about this person now. They're giving me all of the information, but at the same time, I will not give an inch. I do not give an inch of who I am to anybody. Like, it's just how that is. This is more of a self-analysis, I guess, in this part. But really, I feel like what I struggle with the most is interacting with people and going out of my way to do so. Like, I want to be able to do a lot more with my life, but the problem for me is, like, I can't really extend myself to others because I don't really want to extend myself to them. But at the same time, I also am afraid of other people, which is a weird fear to have. And it's hard to explain that. Like, even if I really am comfortable with somebody, it's not like I'm going to be like, oh, hey, what's up? In fact, sometimes my response typically is, once I've started doing that, and I've started testing to see what they think, I will be like, okay, well, they don't really like it when I act like that. They don't, I don't trust them at this point. I'm going to just revert to a baseline state to where I have not met them yet. We do not know each other. And then that's my issue, is people. I want to get better at interacting with others, I feel like. It would be very interesting to do. Interacting with other people. It's the biggest thing to be good at, but it's also the hardest thing. Ah, yes, it's disapproved again. Well, how is it disapproved? How? What caused it to disapprove? Okay, this is interesting. The video of all time gets disapproved yet again. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy, dude. It's crazy that they continually shut down what it is. It's crazy. Hold on 1 second, guys. Let me figure out what I'm doing about this. I don't know actually how to appeal that. Oh, I'll try to appeal it. Because I think it's stupid. I think that they're being a little dumb about it. A little stingy. Oh yeah? You wanna make the super symmetry video of all time, eh? No. No. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Just go to here. Disapproved. Violent, shocking content. Read the policy. Blah, 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 blah. Text, image, audio. Content promoting creation and distribution of synthetic content. Blah, blah, blah. It's all about that. Sensitive event. Animal cruelty. I mean, I could see that I would do that. I could definitely see that I do a lot of these. Ads that directly... no hacked political... Definitely could see animal cruelty. Could see that happening. Be like, oh, we're just gonna chop this cow in half. That could happen. Dangerous or derogatory content. Content that incites hatred, promotes discrimination of, or disparages an individual or group. AKA, me saying I'm gonna snap spaghetti to Zalgo 8,000 times. It's bullying, guys. Content that harasses, intimidates, or bullies an individual or group of individuals. I understand. But at the same time, I don't think it's that big of a deal. It's not like I'm directly bullying him. It's not like I'm being like, hey man, you suck. Just walk up to you. Imagine if I walk up to you right now, say, hey man, you suck every single day for the next 2 weeks. That's bullying. But you're probably solid. You probably could take me saying that you suck. Hey, you suck. You're terrible. You need to get gooder, right? If I say that to you every single day, right? You'll probably take it. You'll probably be like, oh, okay. Oh, okay. Do something. Do something. That's what you're gonna be. Like, you're gonna be like, do something. To me saying, oh, you suck. Oh, huh? You can do something? That's how you handle it. It's just weak-minded individuals. It's crazy. It's crazy, dude. What happens if you violate our policies? Below are some example of content. Policies. Violations of this. Disparages individuals, groups, or exploits others. Examples: promoting hate groups or non-hate or hate group merchandise, encouraging others to believe a person or group is inhuman, inferior, or worthy of being hated. I never really did that. Singling out somebody for abuse or harassment. Well, I would have said that about Zalgo pretty much every single time. Sharing personally identifiable information that promotes... I didn't do that. Suggesting that a tragic event did not happen. I've never done that. Advocating for... Okay, we don't do those. Examples not exhaustive. Threatening somebody with real-life harm or calling for the attack of another... Okay, well, I would say I would say that I would mess somebody up. I'd be like, "Hey, man, I'm gonna mess you up today." I could see that happening. Could see me saying something like, "Don't worry, we'll fix it," like 80,000 times. It's stuck in my head. It's stuck in my head. Promoting that, nope. Go to ads campaign menu, hover over the select edit the ad or asset so that it complies with the policy. Okay, man. This is no longer the super symmetry stream or the whatever the heck this is right now. Pause the game. Pause the Minecraft. We're going to go and figure this out together right now. Okay. So I've already read the policy, right? The policies are no, not there. The policies are here. So go through it. Look. Here's the policy, guys. Content examples. I would say this. It's not something I do, but I would say this one. Encouraging others. I'd say that because I definitely did that to Zalgo. Definitely was doing that about Zalgo. Singling somebody else out for abuse or harassment. Well, not necessarily. Maybe I was saying, "Oh, don't worry, man. We'll fix it. We'll fix it. Don't worry, Italians. We'll fix it." Okay, then that's a group of people. That's what I would see. This is not something I would. None of these are things I've done, except for that. Promoting, glorifying, or condoning violence against others. Maybe. I could see how you would interpret it as really being a factual, like, oh, but it's just joke usually. It's usually a joke like, oh, don't worry, man, we'll fix it. We'll fix it. So anyway, what we're going to do is I'm going to not show you guys my AdSense account. I'm not going to show you guys my AdSense account, okay? Until I verify that there's nothing you guys can't watch over there. Technically, I'm not even going to show you guys that. I think it is against the terms anyway. So we've already figured out that they're just doing malarkey, basically. They don't understand the jokes. They're like, oh, TH3 fish at it again. TH3 fish at it again. Accounts. Account. AdSense for YouTube, brand safety, payments info, verification check, account. Is there like a section where I can see what I've tried? Oh, maybe it's in Google Ads. Maybe it's in Google Ads, guys. It's in Google Ads. Your ads aren't showing? What? What the heck? We were gonna make the we're gonna make the super symmetry video of all time, but no, it's not happened. Because they are upset. They're upset. Select campaign. All campaigns. Select the campaign. Goals. Select a campaign. Campaign status all. View all filters. I don't know where I'm gonna find it at, but it's probably under my campaigns. One ad disapproved. Fix it. What? Fix it. It's not even taking me there. Ah, here we go. Okay. No recent conversations. No recorded conversations in the last 7 days. Select campaign. Nope. Recommendations, insights, campaigns. What? I don't know, guys. I'm gonna leave you guys there. Just gonna go. See you guys next time. I'm not really streaming anymore. Gonna see you guys tomorrow probably. Maybe I'll hit a super symmetry stream depending on when I get back from the range. It's probably gonna be a night